Welcome to Tsunami Pro Trader ENTRADAS Basic System Layout. Tsunami Systems and Strategies is a company that supplies software to assist traders to identify trades in the dynamic stock market. The system is most probably the most complete trading system in the world, together with the strategy and the tools that we offer our customers. In this video, we're going to show you the basic layout of a system and all the components that you'll find on the screen and how to interact with them. The system is busy loading, so once your system is loaded, you'll have 3 time frames opened on the platform. The charting platform that we are using is called Pro Real Time. So the 3 time frames that we are using is a 15-minute time frame. You can see it at the top left, 1 hour time frame and a 4-hour time frame. We are using Chinese candles on the charts, and I will quickly explain to you the different sections on the screen. So the main screen section that you see is what we call the price chart. So the price chart starts at the top and ends just before the trend directional stripes at the bottom. So these are the 2 sections. When we refer to the price chart, we are referring to the area at the top and just above the 2 trend directional confirmation stripes. Then obviously the 2 stripes in the bottom is what we call the trend confirmation stripes. So normal things that you'll find on your charts is the time to the next candle. It is highlighted in green, and also your live price on the right hand side in your price bar. Okay. So on this charts we would have a couple of different components, and we'll run through it quickly. I'm just enlarging the 15-minute time frame. So on the software there is 1 or 2 settings that you can change on the indicators, which we cover in our Tsunami Pro Trader ENTRADAS setup video. I'm just going to quickly scale the 1 indicator so that the instructions are seen clearly. So we are going to change the scale of the writing on the screen to be able to see it a little bit clearer. Pay attention to the spacing between the different instructions, and you'll see now that it is nice and clear and you can see it perfectly. So the software has the price chart, the trend directional stripes, and some other components on the price chart. So firstly, we're going to draw your attention to 3 color zones that we have. The first color zone is what we call the ribbon. The ribbon has a band marked by B and C, and it has got a stage line that we have marked A. So this ribbon would have a color zone. When it is in a downward movement, the color zone will be yellow, and when this ribbon is in an upward movement, the color zone will be blue or cyan. So you can easily follow this ribbon right through the charts. The second color zone that we have is what between the lines called TC and T1. So TC is a black line that runs through your screen, and it will always be black. Your T1 line changes color. So if it's in an upward movement, it will be a blue line, and if it's in a downward movement, it will be a pink line. So if we refer to TC and T1, You know where to find them on the charts. The black line will be your TC, and the line changing color, downwards pink and upwards blue, will be your T1. TC and T1 also has a color zone between the two lines. In a downward trend, it will be a yellow color zone, and in an upward trend, it will be a cyan color zone. The last color zone that we will bring your attention to is your M78 channel. So you have a minor M78 and a major M78, and between those two you have a color zone. In a downward market it will be yellow, and in an upward trend it will be cyan. So you can differentiate between your color zones very clearly. You can see the color zones on the screen and on the background. One part of the system that you'll quickly differentiate it from any other system out in the market is all the colors. These colors are there with specific purposes and helps you to determine when the market is ready to actually trade. The pink background color indicates a downward bear or a sell market. A green background color indicates a buy, long or bull market. The grey background color indicates that the market is currently in a sideways position, and it will tell you to be patient and wait for a clear indication before you plan to trade again. You'll see that all the candles has some information on it. Some of the candles has numbers. All the information is available in our terminology document that is part of the package and the downloadable documents once you have acquired the Tsunami Pro Trader ENTRADAS system. You'll notice that there is numbers next to these three candles: 8C, 9D and 10C. These numbers indicate that this is caution candles. Be careful when you plan to trade these candles. So 8C is for caution, 9D is for danger, 10C is for caution again. So we use all the information on the screen to determine when to actually trade in the market. We're going to touch on various concepts in this system, and we will try to make it as clear as possible for you to understand. The system is very easy in the sense that it tells you exactly when to push a button in a downward sell market or in an upward trending buy market. At the moment, you'll see that it's a real-time chart. It's the German index, the DAX, and it's a 15-minute chart, and there is 9 seconds left until the next candle open. The system actually indicated 4 trade opportunities in the last 4 candles. You'll see now that the candle opens and it actually has a yellow trend confirmation stripe at the top and a red one at the bottom, and it has a yellow arrow at the top with a red V indicating that you can open a trade and select a trade with a take profit limit of 5 points. So the market opened on 14,394 and it's already reached a position of 14,389. So you would have been taken out of your trade already should you have pressed the button when you received the trade trigger on the specific candle. We'll get back to that and explain it in a little bit more detail later on. In the terminology document, you'll find the sell triggers and the buy triggers associated with the software. Okay, I want to bring your attention to the following lines on the software. The midpoint, which is our mid 20. You'll see that all the lines is marked, and it also gives you the distance away to the line, how many points away the market is currently. Okay, so the mid-20 is currently red and yellow. The mid-20 would change color. If the price goes above the mid-20, it will become blue, the same color as the edge R at the top. Currently, because it's below mid-20, it is the same color as edge S at the bottom. So very clearly identifiable. If your mid-20 is red and yellow, you know that the price is below it. If it is blue, you know that the price is above it. So this is also when we are identifying a technical sideways in the market. Technical sideways would mean that the price is in opposite sides of the mid-20 on both the 15-minute and the 1 hour time frame that we use to determine trading opportunities. So what that means is on the 15 minutes the price is currently below the mid-20. If during the same time the price is above the mid-20 on the hour chart, it indicates that the market is in a technical sideways, and it will go sideways until it actually corrects itself and both time frames has the price on the same side of the mid-20. The market has had a very nice down run and is busy losing momentum. We can easily see that when our TC and T1 lines are busy engaging with our ribbon. So as soon as these lines are getting closer to the ribbon, you know that the momentum in the market is gone and that a sideways market might be initiated. Okay, we also have what we call a swing market. You'll notice on the green candle up here, the candle and the price was between TC and T1, which is the black and pink lines at this stage. This is what we call a swing market. You'll see a big upward movement and directly after that a big downward movement. The market only started trending again or going into a sell direction once it actually exited this channel between the TC and T1. Very important and very good to identify a swing market. This will caution you to wait for the market to exit this channel before you plan to do a trade. We have the same instance when our ribbon actually enters our M78 channel. So we will go back in time to go and find a scenario where our ribbon B and C has entered the M78 channel. So normally at this point you'll see the ribbon went up and it's very close together, and it actually entered the M78 channel, which was the M78 minor at the top and M78 major at the bottom, and the cyan color zone between it. Pay attention, this is not the price or the candles that entered the M78 channel, it's the actual ribbon that entered the M78 channel. You'll see now the market had the swing upwards, the swing downwards to the channel, and then up again, down again, up. The candles goes up and down until the ribbon actually exited the M78 channel. You'll get good examples of this if you move back in time and you actually view the behavior of the market once the ribbon enters the M78 channel. So these two factors brings forth a swing market and cautions us not to trade in the specific market. So the two things to look out for is when your price enters your TC and T1 channel, and when your ribbon enters your M78 channel. So these two are cautionary scenarios where we try to wait for the market to correct itself before we plan to trade again. When we refer to resistance lines on the Tsunami Pro Trader ENTRADAS software, this is literally every single line that you have on the screen. So every single line can be a resistance line. Some of the resistance lines are much stronger than other ones. Generally, our lines that has a title next to it, like M78 or EQ, TG2, mid-20, TC, our C, B and A, 1 and 2, our edges and our mid-20, those are generally very strong resistance lines. They need to be respected. Do not try to trade past a resistance line. Rather wait for it to be broken and then trade further. Do not attempt to trade when you have a strong resistance line in your path. ProRealTime has ProRealTime trend lines, which was referred to in the Tsunami Pro Trader ENTRADAS setup video. You'll see that they are cyan color in the background. You have solid lines, you have dotted lines, and you have dashed lines. It is important to understand that these lines also constitute to be resistance lines. Do not try to trade past these lines, but wait for them to be broken and respect them as resistance lines. Refer to the setup video if your lines do not look the same, and make sure that we set it up correctly. In short, that is the basic terminology and the basic layout of the Tsunami Pro Trader ENTRADAS system. Once again, recapping, we have a 15-minute time chart, a 1-hour time chart, and a 4-hour time chart. We actually use our 15-minute chart as our main indicator to trade with, and before we actually look at a trading trigger, we are going to determine if there's any resistance lines in our path on our 1-hour and 4-hour charts. It is also very important to understand, once the market has hit a target on the 1 hour or the 4 hours, as you can see the 4 hours hit a target, there's a black horizontal line on the screen and the market has already hit this target, so we might be in for a sideways market for the next hour and 15 minutes because the 4-hour chart has already hit the target. That will cause some patience in the market and some sideways movement. Thank you for listening to this video. We hope that you will enjoy trading with our software, and if you have any questions, please feel free to visit our website and speak to one of our Tsunami system and strategy staff. Thank you for your time.